Hi there, I'm Keith from acebots.co.uk, and in this video we're going to look at one of our bots, the Hawk bot. This is going to be a basic tutorial just showing what the bot can do, what the principles behind it are, and then there'll be some further videos going into a bit more detail on certain aspects of it, of the control side. So the first thing we're going to do is open the bot. Once you've installed it, you'll notice that in your start menu you've got an AceBots folder, Hawk folder, and then 3 folders in there. You've got Hawk Bet, Hawk Config and Manual. The manual, obviously it's a PDF manual we put together for the bot, well worth a read through, although I'll go over some of the stuff that's in it in the videos, but well worth a read through anyway. The Hawk Bet, that's the betting side of the bot. When you've been in the config and you've set up the systems that you want, that's when the Hawk Bet comes into play to actually place the bets. That's the only part of the system that you have to pay for. There's a subscription for that. The Hawk config, which is what we're going to be looking at today, is free. You can download that and then use it for as long as you like, watching the results, picking the portfolio or systems that you like, for the style of betting that you like. So if I open the Hawk config now, it will take a little bit of time to open, because what it does, it downloads all the up-to-date data from our server every time you open it, so you get the latest data. So we just wait for that to open. There it is, and I'll just make it full screen. So what we can see here now is, in effect, we've got 3 sections. We've got the top section here, which is all the controls, the settings, and everything that we need to decide what we're doing. We've got this section here, which is individual systems. So there's 24 systems built into the Hawk bot. You can use any of the 24. You can use 1, you can use 5, you can use 10. Totally up to you how you want to set up your portfolio. So each one of these systems has its own selection criteria. They're all different. Some of them not massively different, but they're all different. And it's up to you to decide on your betting style what type of systems you want to put together for the actual betting side of it. For example, this one, this is just the first one in the list, Cairo 04.1. And you can see what this system does. We can't tell you how it picks the bets, but this is what it comes up with. So in the period, as you can see here, 24th of October to 19th of March, that's from 2011-2013, it's made 2,441 bets. On average makes 0.8 of a point each day. So over that period, that time period, it's made 281.25 points. And there's other details here: longest winning run, longest losing run, the drawdown. And if I click on next up here at the top left, we go to the next system, and the next one, and the next one, the next one, etc. And as you go through them all, you can see all the different figures. So at this side here, we've got a graph. Now this graph is obviously a daily graph, so each day you can see there that as I move the cursor across, you get each day's figures. So it just shows you how this has performed over a period of time. As you can see, it's obviously has its downsides. This blue area here is the drawdown, so that's the minus 45.08. That happened there, which was between 19th of May and the 9th of June last year was the biggest drawdown. But overall, the tendency is for it to go up, as you can see. So each one of these is an individual system. This is the graph that shows you how it's performed. Down here you've got modified. Now that's a date that the system was last touched. So like this system says 24th of February 2012. It hasn't been altered. The selection criteria has been exactly the same since the 24th of February 2012, so that's over 12 months ago. So what that tells you is for the last 12 months there's been no backfitting, no back data at all. So it's very easy. You've all seen those PDF files and systems, etc. that say how good a system is, and it goes up and up and up and up. But all they give you is the figures from the data that they've got. There's nothing going forward to say, well, it went up and up and up. We created this system from the data we've got. There's nothing to say that it kept going up. It may have disappeared into oblivion. But that's what you get with those type of systems. On this one, you can see here 24th of February. So anything after 24th of February is live results. Nothing's been touched. It's what's happened to that system since that date. Now, an easy way of just looking at that is up here we have a little tick box. I'm not going to go into much up here in detail in this video, but we have a tick box here. If I tick that box, the SLM is the since last modified date. So this graph now only shows me what's happened since this date. And as we can see, yes, we've had downtimes. Any system does. If anybody tells you they don't, they're conning you. But overall, it's gone up and up and up, 137 points in the last 12 months. Might not sound a lot, but when you combine it with other systems, that can increase. Now, what makes the Hawk bot a little bit different to any other bot really on the market at all is that we've got 24 systems built into it. You can pick as many as you like and combine them together, and it will tell you how that combination would have done. So instead of just having one system where you're going to have the ups and downs of that system, you may be able to combine two together into a portfolio that smooth out the graph. So you might have one that does well one day, the other one does poorly, vice versa, but overall the tendency is upwards and you get a smoother graph. So the way we choose a system is just using this slider here. Just move it across. We've now used 1 credit. You can see up there, 1 credit. That gives us a maximum stake on that system of £2. Simple. If I then choose another system, what shall we go for? We'll go there. Tokyo 1.8. Again, this is since last modified date. As you can see, it's had a bit of a downtime there, but it climbed again. And again, we go to the same as I said before. Nothing's going to go up and up and up and up solidly. You're always going to have losing streaks. This one places more bets, 8,000, but it's made 342 points since the 19th of May 2012. So under 12 months, 342 points. If I put the slider for there, we've now used 2 credits. If I now click on Update All Graphs, this bottom graph will show me what would have happened if I had used both those systems together, 2 systems out of 24, over this full period. This graph at the bottom isn't affected by the SLM date. That's a singular figure for each one of these individual systems. So for the full period, those 2 together would have made 1,149 points. Now we've got a point at the moment there at £2. So that means it's made over £2,000 since 24th of October 2011. That's just on the base stake. It's had a drop off, as you can see here. That drop off, as you can see, the drawdown was 184 points. When you take out a Hawk subscription, you get 5 credits included with that. Those 5 credits are basically 5 increments of this slider. That can be 5 increments on use just one system. You don't have to use multiple systems. Or it can be 1 increment of 5 systems. So for instance, if I was to just use these 2 systems that I've got in the portfolio at the moment, I could increase both of them to £4 using 4 credits. If I wanted to go to £6 maximum stake on each, I would need an extra credit. So that's the basics of what the Hawk bot does. It takes 24 individual systems, all of which you can look at the individual graphs either from the last modified date or from the whole beginning of the data that we have. You can then put together the graphs, put together the systems into a portfolio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems, and create your own betting system. So in this case, we've got two. I'll just note that about two. We've got two systems combined, giving us this graph. We could add a further one. What shall we go for? We'll go for that one. Oops, too far. Go back. Update all graphs. We've now got three systems in there, and we can see the graph for that. Again, the trend is upwards. Yes, we've got a period there in September, October where the three systems as a whole didn't do very well, but the overall graph is upwards. 15,500 points. So that would be at £2 stakes. That's £3,000. That's over the full period. You can, well, I'll go into these other bits in other videos. Obviously, the date range you can change, and various other things. So that's the basis of what the Hawk Bot does. It takes these systems, allows you to put them together to create one system that uses multiple systems to create your own portfolio. I'll be putting together some more videos to go through what all these settings do up at the top here and why this is flashing at us now. But for now, this is just like I said, just the basic principles of the bot. You can always find out more in our forum at www.winningforyou.com, and hopefully you'll find the other videos informative.